pursuit. Welcome to the world of the great Bard of Avon, William Shakespeare. Be he, as you might agree, the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. This night, he brings you to the city of Padua in Italy, where our play is set. Oh, I see you fret, but worry not, because this night you will not be hearing the eloquent strains of traditional Shakespearean dialogue. Prithee, these actors are not trained in such elevated arts. Nay, they will entertain and thrill you with the eloquence of Shakespeare using contemporary standard English. You know what I mean? Okay, let us begin by introducing the characters in tonight's play. Now, the Taming of the Shrew is actually a play within a play. But for tonight, you will be given just the play, and not the play within which the Taming of the Shrew appears. Well, let's meet the characters. First, we meet Lucentio, a young nobleman from the city of Pisa who comes to Padua to study, but is immediately smitten by love. Good-natured and intrepid, Lucentio will disguise himself to gain access to win the woman's love. We also meet Tranio, Lucentio's best friend and traveling companion. Wily and comical, Tranio will help Lucentio by pretending to be his friend during Lucentio's charade to win the love he desires. Baptista, a wealthy citizen of Padua and the father of two daughters, the younger, Bianca, a beauty, and the older, Catherine, a shrew. Good-hearted and generous, Baptista is completely at a loss as to how to deal with his strong-willed daughter, Catherine. Catherine, or Kate, the elder daughter of Baptista and sister of Bianca, extremely strong-willed and insistent on saying whatever she thinks. Catherine is known in Padua as a shrew. Bianca, the younger daughter of Baptista and sister of Catherine, soft-spoken, sweet, and beautiful. Bianca is the opposite of her sister. Many men of Padua seek her hand in marriage. Hortensio, one of many gentlemen of Padua wanting to marry the lovely Bianca. He has an old friend, Petruchio, whom he suggests as a possible husband for Bianca's sister, Catherine. Hortensio, too, will disguise himself in an attempt to win Bianca's love. And then we have the ever-late Biondello, the assistant of Lucentio, helping with his household needs and arrangements. Bumbling and less than graceful, Biondello helps Lucentio and Tranio carry out their planned charade. And now we come to Petruchio, a wealthy gentleman from Verona who is an old friend of Hortensio's. Loud and boisterous, Petruchio comes to Padua to increase his fortunes even further by marrying a rich woman, and Catherine fits the bill. He plans to tame her using his own temper as a tool. We also have Vincentio, the birth father of Lucentio and a wealthy merchant from Pisa. Caring and unsuspecting, Vincentio travels to Padua to surprise his son with a visit. Next, we have the merchant, a reputable businessman coming to Padua to conduct business, who is then tricked into pretending to be Lucentio's father, Vincentio. Gullible and accepting, the merchant agrees to the plan. And finally, we have the widow, and I will be playing the part of the widow. Wealthy and above being told what to do, the widow marries Hortensio after he decides not to pursue Bianca as a wife. And there you have the cast of characters. So there's nothing more to say than to begin the play. Ladies and gentlemen, I gave you the Reader's Theater version of William Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew.
Made it, Tranio. I've always dreamed of coming to Padua. Now, thanks to my father's generosity, here we are. You've always been my trusted and best friend, so let's get settled in so we can begin to study the life and culture of Padua. You know, we're going to add many good deeds to my father's wealth. I will study the ethics of Padua and learn how to achieve happiness through good acts, like the great philosopher Aristotle said. I am overwhelmed by the possibilities.
Lucentio, as usual, I'm in total agreement with you. However, I don't want us to become unfeeling blocks of wood that are so stoic that we give up all thoughts of pleasure and recreation. Remember what the Greek philosopher Ovid said about pleasure, even though he is often seen as being scandalous. There is nothing to be gained from activities in which we take no pleasure.
Good advice, Tranio. I wonder what's keeping our good friend Biondello. Once he arrives, we'll find a place to stay so our new friends here at Padua could come visit us. What's going on with those people over there?
Maybe it's a parade to welcome us to town.
Enough! You cannot influence me or change my mind on this issue. I'm determined my younger daughter will not marry until my older daughter has a husband. I have regarded you as a friend for a long time, so if you like Catherine, you have my permission to date her with the objective of marriage.
Father, is it your intention to publicly humiliate me? Showing me off like a hog at the fair?
No one wants to date you, that's for sure. Not until you control your temper, woman.
Don't worry yourself. I couldn't care less about you. The only interest I have in you is to hit you over the head with a rolling pin, paint your face red with the blood of a pig, and make a fool out of you.
Lord, save me from a woman like her.
This should be entertaining to watch. That girl's either completely crazy or incredibly stubborn.
But her sister seems quiet and well-behaved as a woman should be.
Indeed, my friend. Let's keep quiet and just enjoy the show.
Hortensio, because I'm a man of my word. Oh, Bianca, go inside. Don't be sad, but don't be mad at me. Whatever happens, you know I will never love you less than I do now.
What a spoiled brat she is. She'd start crying now if she could think of a way to do it.
Sister, may my unhappiness be your happiness. I will obey our father and take comfort in my books and music.
Listen to that, Tranio. That is the wise voice of the gods you hear.
Mr. Baptista, could you really be so mean? Bianca seems so unhappy.
I have made my decision, and that is all there is to it. Now go inside, Bianca. Now, since Bianca is so very fond of her music, playing her instruments and her poetry, I plan to hire live-in tutors for her to enjoy those interests. If you know of someone who meets the required qualifications, send them to me. I will pay handsomely for good teachers. I will not scrimp when it comes to the education of my children. Goodbye. Catherine, you stay here because I want to talk to Bianca privately.
You want me to stay out here? I don't think so. You will not treat me like a child, telling me when to go and where to stay and what to do. Are you even listening to me, Father?
Catherine, you can go straight to hell. What you have to offer, no one wants. This will be difficult, but I will survive. And to prove my love for Bianca, I'm going to find the very best tutors to give her lessons in all the things she enjoys. I'll send a tutor directly to Mr. Baptista. But I must also find a husband for Catherine, be it the devil himself. What man would be foolish enough to marry Catherine, no matter how rich her father is? And yet, even though there are others who would not put up with her terrible tantrums, there must be at least one person, if I could only find him, someone who would take her with all her faults, provided there's enough money to be gained. Yes, I must work to get a husband for Catherine, and thus free Bianca to marry. Once Catherine is married, I can go ask to marry Bianca.
Man, could a person fall in love that suddenly?
Tranio, until it happened to me, I never thought it would be possible. But I confess and confide in you, I am on fire and agony. I'll die if I could not have that modest young woman as my wife. Help me, Tranio. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, friend, this is not a time for me to lecture you because love has captured you. Now that you are its captive, it is time to buy back your freedom at the least possible cost.
You're right, Tranio. I feel better already knowing your good advice will keep coming.
You were staring at the girl's looks and beauty, but I wonder if you missed the main message.
Oh no, I saw sweetness and beauty and kindness in her face.
That's all you noticed? Oh, you missed the part where her sister scolded her so loudly humans could hardly stand it.
I saw red lips and smelled her perfume. I saw only beauty and virtue.
I think it is time to wake him from this dream. Wake up! If you really love the girl, it is time to figure out how to win her love. As it is, her older sister is such a bitch that the father can't wait to get rid of her. Until he does marry off Catherine, your lady love is grounded, locked up, not available to any suitors.
Oh, what a cruel father he is. But did you notice how willing he was to hire the best tutors for Bianca?
I did, and now I think I've got it.
Tranio, I think I have a solution.
I bet we're both thinking the same thing.
Tell me your idea first.
You'll pretend to be a learned tutor and offer to teach Bianca. Is that your plan?
It is. Do you think it will work?
No, not a chance. We're here in Padua to study the community. So who would fill in for you as Vincentio's son from Pisa? Live in his house, meet community leaders, welcome new friends, wine and dine, people from back home in Pisa.
Not to worry. I have it all figured out. Trust me. No one has seen either of us here in town, right? So you will be me while I impersonate the tutor. We can even exchange clothes. Here, come on. And now, when our friends, Bandello gets here, he'll just pretend that you are me and I am you, and but we have to figure out a way that he doesn't mess this up and slip up about this.
Yeah. Since it's the way you want to play it, I will go along with it. When we left Pisa, your father told me to keep you safe and take care of you, so nothing bad happens. However, I don't think he had something like this in mind. However, I'm happy to pretend to be Lucentio because you are my very best friend.
Oh, good. Because I, Lucentio, am in love, and I will devote myself to winning my love. Finally, here comes Bandello. Where have you been?
Where have I been? Who are you? Is Tranio stolen your clothes or you stolen his? What the hell's going on?
Listen, there's no time to waste. Tranio and I have traded clothes to save my life. I killed a man in a fight here, and I'm worried someone might have seen me. So while making my escape, I need you to pretend to be Tranio's best friend, right? As if you were me, understand? And at no time ever say Tranio's name. Tranio is now Lucentio.
Lucky for him.
Yeah, I'd agree if it automatically meant Lucentio could marry Mr. Baptista's youngest daughter, Bianca. So watch your words when the other people are around. When we're alone, you can call me Tranio. Everywhere else, call me Lucentio.
Okay, Tranio, let's get going. Oh, Tranio, one last thing. And this is up to you, but I need you to flirt and try to win Bianca, just like all the others, okay? Just trust me. I know what I'm doing.
Since you will be a tutor to Bianca, I've reviewed a list of books here, but I want them bound handsomely, and they are only to be books of love. You must make sure of that. You must give her no other lessons. Do I make myself clear? Beyond what Mr. Baptista will pay you, I will add a bonus. Now, from your own books, what do you plan to teach her?
Whatever I read, you can be assured I will plead your case better than you might do yourself, because you are not an academic scholar.
This learning is an excellent thing. Now, I am headed to Mr. Baptista's house because I promised to find a great tutor for Bianca. And as luck would have it, I ran into this young man. He's classically trained. He has wonderful manners. He's well read in poetry and other books. Why, he's perfect. But I also know someone who would make the perfect music tutor for Bianca in disguise. I want the absolute best for my Bianca, for my beloved, as my actions will prove to her and her father. But listen, I have another piece of news for you. I ran into my old friend Petruchio, who, if we can come to an agreement to his liking, is willing to romance the fierce Catherine. Yes, even marry her, if the price is right. And I have told him all about her faults.
I already know she's hateful and mean-tempered, and if that's all, I see no problem. After all, I've come all the way from Verona. See, my father's name was Antonio, and he is dead, but his fortune is now mine. I need to see good days ahead of me and plenty of those good days.
But such a good life with such a bad-tempered wife seems unlikely. However, if you are up to the challenge and are willing to romance the fierce Catherine, you will get all the help you need. Do you really mean to romance the Hellcat?
As sure as I plan to go on breathing. Why else would I come here? Do you really think a blast of noise can scare me? Jeez, I have heard lions roar. I have survived storms with winds like raging animals. I've been in battles with thunderous guns. Don't you worry about me and my reaction to some woman's sharp tongue. Go peddle your fears to children.
I think this gentleman's arrival could be a very fortunate thing for him and for me. And I told him I would chip in to cover his expenses for romancing Catherine. Whatever they may be, absolutely, so long as he marries her.
Hello. What is the fastest way to Mr. Baptista's house?
Yeah, the old man with the two pretty daughters, right?
That's the one, Biondello.
Well, I hope you're not looking for the daughter.
I might be looking for both the daughter and her father. What's it to you?
But not the daughter with the bad temper, right?
Yeah, I don't like bad-tempered women. Come on, Biondello.
Nice job, Tronio.
Before you go, are you planning to romance the other daughter?
What if I am? You got a problem with that?
If you just go away, there won't be.
Well, it seems I have just as much right to be here as anyone else.
But she isn't available.
And why is that?
Because, you must know, she has already been chosen. Nay, she has already been chosen by Signor Hortensio.
Now, hold on a minute and listen to me. Mr. Baptista is an influential man, one to whom my father is acquainted. And as lovely as his daughter is, she is able to have more than one romancer, myself included. Why, the beautiful women in history had hundreds of suitors. So the beautiful Bianca has got one more. Lucentio, will join the race.
This guy will outtalk all of us.
Don't worry, let him, talk himself out soon.
Forgive me, sir, but have you ever actually seen Mr. Baptista's daughter?
No, but I hear he has two. The one known for her bad temper, and the other for her beauty.
Yeah, but the first one's mine, so back off.
I can't leave it to the great Hercules here.
Let me be crystal clear with all of you. As far as the younger daughter goes, the one you were asking about, her father refuses any man access to her. He will not allow her to marry anyone until the older sister is married first. Then, and only then, will be the younger daughter free to wed.
Okay, if that is the situation, then you are the man to help us all. If you are successful and break the ice with the bad-tempered daughter, then the younger one becomes accessible to us, and whoever wins her hand will be very grateful.
Well said. But now, since you count yourself among these suitors for the beautiful Bianca, you must, as I have already done, pay this gentleman to whom we will be indebted.
I'll pay up. And on that note, let's go to the bar and drink toasts to our beautiful Bianca's health. We'll fight fiercely in pursuit of her, but we can drink together as friends.
I agree. Petruchio, I'll buy the first round.
Now, we know the plan of these men, the use of disguise, substitution, and dishonesty. Let's continue and see just how these treacherous plans work out.
Sister, you are being unfair to me and to yourself. If you desire more possessions, I'm happy to give them to you. Everything, even my underpinnings. I know I should be kind to my elder sister.
What I want is for you to tell me which one of your many suitors you're interested in most, and don't lie.
I swear to you that I have not yet met the special person I prefer above all others.
You are such a lying brat. It's Hortensio, isn't it?
If you want him, take him, and I will even help you with your romance.
I see. You're more interested in riches so that you can live in luxury.
Are you kidding? You can't be serious.
What's going on here? Young lady, where do you get the nerve? Bianca, get behind me for protection. Catherine is hysterical. You go do some reading and don't talk to Catherine again. You're being monstrous. Why would you hurt your own sister? When has she done any harm to you?
She teases me with her silence. I will take my revenge on her.
In my very presence? How dare you? Go inside, Bianca.
Do you even want to hear my side of the story? No, of course you don't. She is your treasure. She is your favorite. She you must find a husband for, and as a result, I'll just die an old maid. Don't even try to talk to me, Father. Just gonna go back and cry myself to sleep in dreams of ways to get back at all of you.
Has any man ever had to put up with what I do?
Good morning, neighbors. Mr. Batista.
Good morning, gentlemen.
And a good morning to you, sir. Tell me, don't you have a shy and lovely daughter named Catherine?
I have a daughter named Catherine.
Forward, you're supposed to work up to it.
Allow me to continue. I am a gentleman from Verona, and I have heard of your daughter's beauty, her wit, her friendly disposition, her modesty, and of course, her mild behavior. So I have taken upon the liberty of presenting myself as a guest in your house, just to see for myself if everything I've heard is true. And sir, as compensation, I present you with an associate of mine. See, he is an expert in the fields of music and mathematics. He might instruct her in those areas of which I'm told she is very fond. His name is Lithio.
You and Lydia are both welcome to my home. As for my daughter, Catherine, she's not for you, which is too bad.
So you don't tend to part with her, or perhaps you don't like me.
I'm just stating the facts as I see them. Who are you and where are you from?
My name is Petruchio, the son of Antonio, a man well known throughout Italy.
I know your father well, and you're welcome based on my knowledge of him.
Petruchio, give somebody else a chance to speak, will you?
Forgive me, but I'm anxious to get things moving along, and I have yet brought another tutor for you. See, this young man has studied in all the university languages of the world. He's an expert in Greek, Latin, French, and many others. His name is Cambio. Please accept his services.
Thank you, and welcome to my home, Cambio. You appear to be a stranger to me. What is your reason for coming?
Excuse my boldness, but I seek to romance your fair and virtuous daughter, Bianca. I am Lucentio, and I'm a stranger in this city. I'm aware of your firm decision regarding her older sister. I only ask that when you learn who my parents are, that you make me as welcome and give me as much access as the others. My contribution towards the education of your daughters is a lute and this small package of Greek and Latin books.
Your name is Lucentio? Where are you from? Which city?
I am from Pisa, and I'm the son of Vincentio.
I know him by reputation. He's a man of great influence. You're welcome here. You take the lute, and you take the set of books. I'll send your pupils to you right away. Let's take a walk in the garden before dinner. So make yourselves at home.
Signore Battista, I'm actually in a bit of a hurry. I can't make this romancing thing long and drawn out. See, you knew my father well, so you know me, the sole heir to his fortune. Tell me, assuming I win your daughter's love, what dowry could she bring to the marriage?
200,000 marks now, and half my lands when I die.
Okay, fair enough. On my side, I'll guarantee that if I die before she does, she'll inherit all of my lands and income. You know what? Let's go ahead and draw up a contract to make sure both sides keep our promises.
Sure, as soon as you've gotten the most important thing, our love.
That is nothing, believe me. See, I'm commanding as she is proud, and when two raging storms meet, they end up consuming the very thing that ignited them. You blow on a fire and you fan its flames, but a great gust of wind will blow that fire out completely, and sir, I am that great gust of wind.
Well, good luck. I sure hope you're successful, but prepare yourself for some unpleasantness.
I am completely prepared, don't worry.
Ow, oh,
What happened to you? Will my daughter be a good musician?
oh, I think she'll make a better soldier. She'll be good with guns, but never with lutes.
You don't think you can teach her?
No, but she taught me a thing or two. All I said was, you're using the wrong frets on the lute, and I tried to adjust her fingers. She jumps up and says, frets, I'll give you frets. And with that, she clobbers me with the lute and cuts my head.
And there I am dazed while she calls me worthless fiddler, twangy twerp, and 20 other hateful names.
Oh, I like this girl. She's got character. I can't wait to meet her.
All right, sir. Don't be discouraged. Continue your lessons with my younger daughter. Mr. Petruchio, shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
Yes, please do. And I will wait right here for her. And when she comes, I'll take a bit of an unusual approach. See, if she rants, I'll just tell her she sings beautifully. If she glares at me, I'll tell her eyes twinkle like the moon. If she's silent and won't talk at all, I will praise her eloquent ideas. And if she orders me to leave, I'll act like she just invited me to stay all week. If she refuses my proposal, I'll just tell her how much I am looking forward to announcing our wedding. Okay, here she comes. Here we go. Good morning, Kate. I hear that's what you prefer to be called.
Is that so? Well, then you'd better check your ears because my name is Catherine.
Liar. In fact, you're Kate, just plain Kate. Sometimes Kate the Shrew, but it is definitely Kate. So, Kate, here's my pitch to you. Having heard about your charming disposition, not to mention your other virtues, I would like to propose. I want you for my wife.
Really? Well, let whatever drove you here drive you away. You pegged as a dull piece of furniture.
What do you mean furniture?
A nice stool.
You're right. Come sit on it.
Asses are made for carrying heavy loads, and so are you.
Women are made for having a lot of children, and so are you.
Not with the likes of you.
Kate, I wouldn't think of pressuring you. I know how carefree you are.
Too carefree to let a bum like you interest me.
Maybe you're more like a buzzard.
Well, you can buzz off, you old buzzard.
If I'm a buzzard, then you're my faithful turtle dove.
Only a buzzard would think so.
You're too angry, my little wasp.
If I am a wasp, then you best look out for my stinger.
And all I want to do is remove it.
As if a fool like you would even know where to find it.
Everyone knows where a wasp has its stinger, in its tail.
Nay, in its tongue.
What? Whose tongue?
Yours, if you keep on telling tales to everyone. Now, excuse me, I must be gone.
You're going with my tongue and your tail? Kate, I'm a gentleman.
A gentleman, is that so?
If you strike me again, I will hit you.
No, you won't. Not if you want to keep up the masquerade of being a gentleman. If you strike me, it will prove that you, Petruchio, in fact, are not a gentleman.
Oh, come on, Kate, don't act so sour.
I can't help it. It's what I do when I see a crab apple.
There's no crab apple here, so
There
don't...
is a crab apple here.
Show me.
I would if I had a mirror.
Are you saying that my face looks like a crab apple?
Oh, you are a clever one, aren't you?
Uh-huh, that does worry me. You're right, though. I am way too young for you.
But somehow wrinkled all the same.
That does worry me.
It doesn't worry me.
But listen, Kate, you're not going to get away from this so easily.
I'll only make you angrier if I stay.
Not a bit. You see, I find you gentle. I was told that you were violent, proud, and sullen. But now I see those people were just lying about you. Because you're playful and so well-behaved. You're not sharp-tongued as all, but as sweet as the morning sun. You see, I don't think you take pleasure in bitter conversation. You entertain men with your mild and gentle conversation. You're so quiet and pleasant. So, Kate, why do they call you a shrew? Take a few steps. I want to see you walk. You don't walk with a limp at all.
Oh, go take your orders to someone who will obey them.
Kate, you beautify this room like a goddess.
Where do you get all your charming banter?
And I make it up as I go along using my natural wit.
More like nitwit.
Oh, please, Kate, aren't I wise?
Just enough to make you look stupid.
Okay. Let's cut to the chase. Your father has already agreed for you to marry me. Your dowry has already been agreed to, whether you like it or not. You will marry me, Kate. And I don't know what it is you have planned, but I was born to tame you from this wildcat Kate to Kate as gentle as a lamb. Now here comes your father. And don't you even think of refusing because I will have you for my wife.
Petruchio, how are you getting on with my daughter?
Beautifully. It couldn't be going any better.
Catherine, my daughter, are you sad?
You have the nerve to call me daughter? Does a loving father plan to marry his daughter off to a madman, a lunatic who thinks that all he has to do is yell and scream long enough to get his way?
Baptista, no, this is the truth. All these other people who have ever talked about Kate are wrong. See, if she seems fierce, there's a reason. She's not obstinate, not at all, but as gentle as a dove. She's not high-strung like you said, but oh so sweet. In short, we've gone along so well that Sunday is our wedding day.
I'll sooner see you hanged on Sunday.
Did you hear that, Petruchio? She says she'll see you hang first.
Is that what you call success? So much for our plan.
Gentlemen, I have made my choice. If she and I are happy, what is it to the both of you? When we were alone, we agreed that in public we would go on acting unpleasant. But it is incredible how much she loved me. My darling Kate. It's amazing how even a timid wretch like me can tame the most dreadful shrew. If just two people are left alone together. Kate, I'm off to Venice to buy us the finest clothes for our wedding. Please, prepare the feast, invite the guests. I want my Catherine decked out in the finest clothes.
I don't know what to say. Joy to you both. Call it a match.
Well, I will be a witness.
I'll be a witness too.
Farewell, I'm off to Venice. Kiss me, Kate, we're getting married on Sunday.
Ever a match made so fast.
Gentlemen, I have made a chancy piece of business. It's a risky investment.
Petruchio has made quite a catch. But now, Mr. Batista, let's turn to the issue of your younger daughter. Remember that Hortensio is your neighbor, and he was the first to romance her.
I love Bianca more than words can say. More than you can imagine.
Enough. I will settle this. Actions will determine who will win my daughter's hand. Whoever can promise Bianca the best dowry will have her hand in marriage. One suitor, an older man, as you know, has a house in the city, filled with expensive furniture, goods, china, and gold. All his paintings are of highest quality. He has chests of gold, expensive clothing, fine linens, pearls, elegant rugs, and everything a wife could possibly want. On his farm, he has a herd of cows, and all the equipment to maintain them. He's getting older, and if he dies, it will all belong to Bianca if she will be his wife while I'm alive.
Hear me out, because I'm my father's only son and his sole heir. If Bianca marries me, she will have 3 or 4 houses in Pisa, as good as any as that man has here, plus the 200,000 marks a year that my lands earn. All I'll leave Bianca in my will.
200,000 marks a year? Land? Oh, all the old man's land together doesn't equal that.
Everyone knows my father has no less than 3 merchant ships and 14 smaller sailing ships. Those I also promised to Bianca. I'll double any offer the older man makes.
Oh, the older man has nothing else to offer but himself.
In that case, I have won and the older man is outbid.
I admit, yours is the best offer. But if you should die before your father, what becomes of her dowry?
Don't worry about that. He's very old and I'm very young.
And young men never die?
Well, this is my decision. Next Sunday, my daughter Catherine is to be married. The Sunday after that, Bianca will be married to you if you get a guarantee document from your father. If not, she will marry the old man. With that, I say goodbye.
Well, I'm not worried. Your father would be a fool to sign over his wealth to you and live the rest of his life as a guest in your house. An old Italian fox is never that generous.
You viper! The fake Lucentio will have to produce a father. Let's call him fake Vincentio, and it will be a miracle. I will father my own father if my wit doesn't fail me.
Oh, the plot thickens. But is it beginning to unravel? How will the pretend tutors impress the beautiful Bianca? Will she suspect them? And if so, will she reject them? It is getting hard to keep up with who is whom in this play.
Hold on, fiddleman. You're pushing too hard. Don't forget how her sister Catherine treated you when you tried to give her lessons.
Look, fellow, this woman is a queen to me. You give me 1 hour alone first. And after we have spent that hour making music together, you can have a turn.
You ridiculous ass. You don't even know enough about music to understand why music was created. Music was created to help people after they did their work of studying and thinking. So you give me 1 hour to discuss ethics and philosophy with her, and then when I'm finished, you can play music for an hour.
You're going too far. I won't stand for this.
Boys, it seems to me that you are both being presumptuous about things that are really up to me. I'm not a schoolgirl, and I will not be dictated to about hours and schedules. I'll study in the order and the way that I prefer. So we can figure this out. You take your instruments and practice for a little while, and we'll be finished before you're done too.
You'll stop talking to him once my instruments are tuned and ready?
That won't happen. Go tune your instruments.
Where did we stop?
We stopped with an ancient poem.
Translation?
It is, I am Licentio, the son of Licentio of Pisa. I'm disguised as a teacher to win your love and affection. The man who comes calling himself as Licentio is really my good friend Tranio, pretending to be me so he can outwit your foolish father.
Okay. Let me see if I can translate that poem. I don't know you. I don't trust you. Don't let Lithio hear you. Don't take anything for granted. Don't give up. In time, I might trust you, but right now I'm cautious.
There's no need to be wary of me.
You must take as truth what you say, or I'd have to debate the point with you. Now, Lithio, it's your turn. Hope you aren't annoyed that I gave the time to you both.
You can leave now. Leave us alone. I do not teach music as a threesome.
Well, aren't we being strict? Guess I'll just have to wait and watch this fancy musician just trying to romance Bianca.
Bianca, before we play any instruments, I need to teach you some fundamentals. Now, to help you remember the scales, I have a fun and effective trick.
I know my scales already.
Well, read the scale anyway.
I am the scales, the basis of all harmony. A, I'm here to argue for Hortensio's love. B, Bianca, take Hortensio for your husband. C, he loves you with all his heart. D, I have heart but only 2 notes. E, have pity on me or I will die. You call this a musical scale? I don't like it. I don't like newfangled things. I like doing things the old-fashioned way. Gentlemen, I must go to help my sister get ready for her wedding tomorrow.
Well, if you're leaving, I have no reason to stay here.
There is reason for me to watch this school teacher. He acts like he's falling in love. Bianca stoops so low. To hell with her. Whoever wants her can have her. The first time I see her going to him, I'm through with her.
Licentio, this is the day for Catherine and Petruchio's wedding, but he's nowhere to be found. What will people say? To have everything prepared, including the priest and no groom? What do you think we should do?
Well, the humiliation is all mine. You forced me to accept this bum, and he has no intention of marrying me. He goes around proposing. A wedding day is set. He gets introduced to all the important people. He makes grand public announcements, but in fact, he actually had no intention of going through with it. Everyone will point at me.
No, I assure you that Petruchio must have a reason for not being here. He's rough around the edges, but he's a good man. He likes a joke, but he's not a liar.
That may be your feelings, but I wish I'd never even laid eyes on him.
Can't blame you, daughter. An insult like this would vex anybody, let alone a hot-tempered shrew like her.
Yeah, look. Let me look to see if I can see him coming in the distance. Hey, wait, I see someone. I see someone coming. It's Petruchio wearing a new hat and an old vest, a pair of old pants turned inside out, and shoes with holes.
Who comes with him?
No one. He must be in a weird mood to dress like this, but he has been known to dress down from time to time.
At least he's coming, no matter how he's dressed.
Where is everybody?
You're finally welcome, young man.
I do not feel well.
I don't see you limping.
And I think he should be better dressed for the occasion.
Where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? Gentlemen, you all seem angry. What's everyone staring at?
You do know this is your wedding day. We're sad because we thought you were not coming, but we're now even sadder because of how you came in this condition. Take off those ridiculous clothes and put on a proper attire.
Yeah, and tell us what made you this late for your own wedding and made you come in this outfit. It's not usual for you.
No, it is a long story. It's enough that I am here now, though, and I will have to deviate from my promise for reasons. But when I explain them later, you will understand fully. Now, where is my Kate? We are wasting time. It is time that we are married.
But don't greet her in those awful clothes or condition. Go get a cold bath and put on some of my fine clothes.
No, not me. I will see her dressed just like this.
Surely you're not planning on getting married to her in what you're wearing.
Yes, just like this. She is marrying me, not my clothes. And you know what? I bet she will wear me out quicker than I wear out these clothes, am I right? That'll be good for me and even better for her. I will go seal the bargain with a kiss to my Kate.
He must be wearing that outfit for some reason. I'll keep trying to get him changed into something more appropriate.
I'll go ahead of you and make sure that happens.
Lucentio, you need to get your father's consent as well as the girl's love. As I explained earlier, I'm looking for a man I can find who can pretend to be your father, Vincentio. The imposter father will guarantee the dowry, and even more than I promised on your behalf. This way you can get your wish to marry Bianca with the least possible hassle.
You know, if that other music teacher wasn't keeping such a close watch on Bianca, I just think about eloping. Wouldn't matter what anyone thought.
Okay, I'll look into that too. I'm on top of everything and watching it closely. We'll outwit them all. The suspicious Father Baptista and that weird music tutor Lydio. All for your benefit.
I have just come from the church.
Will the bride and groom be here soon?
Groom? That guy is more like a loony stable hand, as Kate is learning.
You mean he's worse than she is? That is impossible.
No, he's a devil. A devil, I tell you. A monster.
No, she's the devil. Even the devil's grandmother.
Oh, she's a gentle lamb compared to him. Picture this. When the priest asked Catherine if she would have this hand, he yelled out, "Hell yes," making the priest drop his own prayer book. And when the priest went to go pick it up, that lunatic smacked the priest so hard, both the priest and his prayer book fell down.
And what did the girl say?
She trembled and shook at his brutish behavior. At the end of the ceremony, he called for a bottle of wine and yelled out like a drunken sailor, "To my health!" Chugged the whole bottle of wine, grabbed the girl by the neck, kissed her so loud that it echoed throughout the church. It was a disgrace and a Margarita marriage. I left as soon as I could. Hear the musicians starting to play again.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I know you expected me to stay for dinner, but as it happens, I've been called away, so let me say goodbye.
Surely you're not leaving.
If you knew the reason, you would understand and would encourage me to go rather than to stay. But thank you all for coming to see me marry this patient, sweet wife. I have to leave. Goodbye.
Come on, stay until after the dinner.
Can't.
As a favor to me.
Nope.
As a favor to me,
I am delighted.
delighted to stay.
Delighted to hear you ask so nicely, but I can't stay anyway.
You know what? Fine. Do what you want. I won't leave today or tomorrow. I'll leave when I'm good and ready. The door is open, Petruchia. You feel free to use it. As for me, I'll leave when I like. And if you act this way now, I can't imagine what you will be like later.
Oh, calm down, Kate. Don't look so angry.
I will be angry.
Oh boy, now it starts.
On to the bridal dinner, everyone. I see a woman can be made a fool of if she doesn't know how to stand up for herself.
They shall go, Kate. They are yours to command. Eat, drink, be merry, or go to hell. But my wife, Kate, must come with me. Okay, don't puff out your cheeks and stomp around. See, I will be the master in this marriage. Don't be afraid, Kate. I will always have your back.
They seem to be a peaceful couple.
If they hadn't left, I would have started laughing.
Of all the crazy matches, this is the craziest.
Bianca, what is your opinion of your sister?
She's mad herself. It's no surprise that she's married a madman.
Oh, I guarantee you that Petruchio is going to suffer from his Kate.
Everyone, no bride and groom, but there's nothing missing from this marriage feast itself. Lucentio, you take the groom's seat. Bianca, take your sister's place.
Will beautiful Bianca practice being a bride?
Yes, she will, Lucentio. Come, everyone, let's go in.
Poor Kate. She is truly married to a madman. Will she stand for this cruel and unusual approach by her new husband? And what about him? Will Petruchio survive Kate to see another tomorrow? The odds seem quite even to me.
Well. See, that was a merry journey, if I say so myself. Kate had to make that entire trip on my most cantankerous horse that does not like to be ridden, let alone in a storm. Oh God, it was funny to see her fall off that horse into the mud. She had the most astonished expression as she sat there. But of course, I ranted and I raved and I blamed all of my assistants for the delay. See, I was actually the bigger shrew than she was. And upon our arrival at the house, I just continued to yell and scream for my workers to attend to mine. All the while, I was insulting them, calling them every name I could. I demanded my dinner, only to throw it out. And every new meal that would come, I would come up with some excuse that it wasn't edible, yelling. And Kate, well, Kate, she would just ask me to calm down. So I reacted immediately and violently, and I would just be more and more angry, demanding that it's better for us to go hungry than eat this trash. We'll straighten out tomorrow. It's better that we go to bed hungry. You see, I gave Kate a taste of her own medicine. She is now hungry but unfed, and she must not be given a single thing to eat until she comes to me. If she is satisfied, she will have no respect. And yet, I think I have another idea. I will keep her from sleeping. Yes, I yelled so much last night that she couldn't sleep at all. I will come up with some more excuses tonight to keep her, whether it is the bed or the room or being hungry. I will come up for some excuse, but through all of the shouting, I will swear my concern is all out of my love for her. The result, she will stay up all night. You see, this is how you kill a shrew with kindness. I will cure her of her wild and willful personality. Well, listen, if any of you know a better way to tame a shrew, please speak up. I would love to hear.
I don't believe it, Lidio. It's not possible that Bianca could prefer a man other than me. I know the way she looks at me.
Well, if you want proof, let us just stand out of sight and watch this guy give her a lesson.
Bianca, are you learning from what you're reading?
First, tell me what you were reading.
I am reading the book I know best, The Art of Love.
I hope you're an expert in the field.
Well, you have captured my heart in any case.
Pretty quick work. How do you explain that? And I thought you said your precious Bianca loved no one better than you, Lucentio.
Fickle love. Women.
Look, I need to be honest with you. My name is not Livio, and I am not a musician. I refuse to go on pretending for a woman who would choose a lower class guy like him over a gentleman like me. My name is actually Hortensia.
Hortensio? I heard of your total devotion to Bianca. And now that I have seen with my own eyes her fickleness, I'm willing to join you in giving her up.
Look at them kissing and carrying on. Lucentio, it's a deal. I hereby declare that I will have nothing to do with Bianca. I declare her unworthy of all the attention and money I've wasted on her.
I hereby make the same promise. I will never marry her, even if she begs me to. Look at them. It's revolting.
To make sure I don't go back on my word, I'm going to marry a wealthy widow within 3 days. One who has been after me for many years, just like I've been after Bianca. Goodbye, Lucentio. I've made up my mind, and I'm going to stick to it.
Bianca, I hope you will be blessed with all the happiness you deserve. I've caught you. You're busted. Hortensio and I have given you up.
You mean it, Chanio. You've both given me up.
Yes, we have.
So Hortensio's, Lydia's out of the picture.
Yeah, he's going to court a wealthy widow and says he'll marry her within 3 days.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he's going to tame her.
Is that what he says?
Yep, he's going to study at the taming school.
There's a taming school?
Yeah, Petruchio runs it. He teaches lots of tricks for taming a shrew and taming her tongue. With the help of a friend, I have found an old fellow with respectable clothing to consider for the role of Lucentio's father, Vincentio. I will go and judge his face, wit, and age to make sure he can play Lucentio's father. As an old merchant, he is interested in making a nice profit. He can pose as Vincentio and vouch for you with Mr. Baptista as your real father would Lucentio. Take Bianca, and I will interview the old merchant.
Hope you are well, sir.
And you as well. Are you traveling far, or do you stop here?
Oh, this is it for now, though in a week or two I will go on to Rome and beyond.
Where are you from, may I ask?
Mantua.
Mantua? Oh, goodness, I hope not. You're coming to Padua? But do you want to get killed?
Killed? Murdered? Why, that would be extreme.
It's a capital offense for anyone from Mantua to come to Padua. Didn't you know? The mayor of Padua has proclaimed it, and he's feuding with your mayor and all others from Mantua. It's strange you haven't heard. There's signs all over town, but I guess it's because you just arrived here.
Well, this is bad. This is very bad. I have business I must complete.
Look, just to be nice, I'll help you out, plus give you some advice. But first tell me, have you ever been to Pisa?
Oh, yes. I've been often to Pisa, the city of wise men.
There's one of them there called Vincentio. Do you know him?
I have heard of him, but I have never met him. He's a merchant of great wealth.
Well, he is my father, and I have to tell you that you look a little like him. Under the circumstances, to save your life, here's what I'm willing to do. It is lucky you look like him, too. We'll pass you off as Vincentio. You can assume his name and reputation and stay in my house. You just have to act the part, you understand? Once you have finished your business, you can leave without being assaulted.
Oh, well, I accept your offer, and I am eternally grateful.
Then come with me and we'll set you up. And by the way, I should probably tell you, my father himself is coming any day to vouch for me in the matter of a marriage dowry. It's a marriage between me and the daughter of a guy named Baptista. I'll fill you in about it, but for now, let's go get you some finer clothes and for the performance.
The more I suffer, the more spiteful he becomes. I think that he married me just to starve me to death. Homeless people are given food and water when they come to my father's house, and if he doesn't help them, then a neighbor helps them. But I, who have never learned to beg, am being starved. I'm also dizzy from the lack of sleep, because he keeps me awake constantly with his yelling and shouting and growling. But what angers me the most is he says he does this all out of a pretense of love. As if for me to eat or sleep would cause fatal illness. I need something to eat. Beef or chicken or stew with vegetables, a roast beef, cheese sandwich, anything. Even the names of food taste.
How are you, my king? Are you feeling sad, my darling?
Leave me, my love. I have been better.
Oh, cheer up. Go on. Give us a smile. Look how devoted I am to you. I have prepared a meal for you, all by myself, and here it is. Surely My sweet Kate, my darling, my kindness deserves your gratitude, does it not? Not a word from you. Oh, I guess you don't want it. All that trouble for nothing. I'll just toss it out the window.
Please.
Even the smallest services should be repaid with thanks, and mine will too.
Was about to thank you.
Well, 'tis but a pity, because we are off to your father's house to join the party and celebration. We will wear silk robes and hats with gold rings. So let's see what the tailor has brought us today. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what is this hat? Could this be for me? It looks like a cereal bowl. Oh, no. Oh, definitely not. It is cheap. It is ugly. I'll just toss it out the window.
Wait! I like that one. That is the style for gentlewomen of today.
Oh, well, when you are gentle, you can have a hat just like it.
I have the right to speak my mind, and speak it I will. I am not a child. Better men than you have heard me speak my mind, and if you can't take it within, you've better plug your ears. I will express my anger or die. I give myself permission to speak freely whenever I want and say whatever I want.
You're right. Oh, Kate, I love you even more for hating that hat. Oh,
I do not care if you love me or not. I liked that hat.
okay. Then let's see the gown. Does the tailor call this a sleeve? It looks more like a cannon barrel. What has he done? I told him to make it in the current style.
That is a beautifully made gown. I've never seen anything more finely constructed.
Yes, that must be it. He made it so fine as to make you look foolish. The tailor wanted to make you foolish. What arrogance! He disrespects me. That thimblebrain, that measurement hound, he is but a flea. I will punish him so he remembers this, because he has ruined this gown, Kate. I will just toss it out the window.
Stop!
Oh, Kate. I guess we're just gonna go to your father's house dressed as we are. These are simple but honest clothes, and after all, it is our minds that enrich the body, and they will accept us as we are.
Excuse me?
Kate, my dear, you are worth no less in these simple clothes in black of finery. If you find this shameful, please, sweetie, put the shame on me. So, let's get going, because we're off to eat and make merry at your father's house. Let's see. It's about 7 o'clock, so we should get there by lunchtime.
It is almost 2 o'clock, and we won't get there in time.
Well, it will be 7 o'clock before we leave. Whatever I say, whatever I think or do, you are constantly contradicting me. So we won't go today or any other day until it is whatever time I say it is.
This is the house. Would you like me to knock, merchant?
Well, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Battista may remember me from a meeting we had 20 years ago in Genoa. We both stayed at a hotel named the Pegasus.
Yeah, it's fine. Just play your part and act like a serious father.
Of course.
I have already sent the message ahead to Mr. Baptista, telling him my father is expected in Padua today. Okay, here comes Mr. Baptista. Get ready. Mr. Baptista, let me introduce my father, Vincentio. With his guarantee, you can see the truth of my inheritance.
Now, do not rush, son. Mr. Baptista, having come to Padua to collect some debts, my son tells me of his love for your daughter. I have heard wonderful things about you. Because of this love between your daughter and my son, I am willing to give my permission to his marriage right away. I will not haggle with you, Mr. Baptista, because I have too much respect for you.
Excuse me for what I'm about to say. I appreciate your earnestness and your brevity. It is true, your son here, Vicentio, loves my daughter, and she loves him too. So if you promise me that you will offer my daughter a sufficient dowry, we can call it a match. Your son will have my consent to marry my daughter.
Thank you both. But where can we draw up the needed papers and get this settled?
Not at my house, because too many of Bianca's previous admirers are around, so we might be interrupted.
How about my house? That's where my father's staying. We can get it all sorted out tonight. Unfortunately, with such short notice, I can only offer modest refreshments.
That is all acceptable. Cambio, go to Bianca to get ready and tell her what has happened. Lucentio's father has arrived in Padua, and she's likely to become Lucentio's wife.
Mr. Bautista, let me lead the way, as you are very welcome at my house. Again, dinner will be minimal, but we'll make it up to you in the future.
Yes, I will come with you.
Okay, here's the deal. We're safe as far as Mr. Batista is concerned. He's already talking to the fake father about the fake son. One of my friends is going to bring Bianca to supper where the priest at old St. Luke's church is under our command at all times. He will check in with the priest, records clerk, and get some reasonable witnesses for the wedding. Maybe I should show up with Bianca. I will if she likes the idea. She should be pleased, but why am I worried? Oh well, I'll ask her straight out. It'd be certainly hard if Cambio loses her.
All right. Let's get going to your father's house. My goodness, how bright and wonderful the moon is tonight.
The moon? You mean the sun? It isn't nighttime.
I said it is the moon shining bright.
I know it is the sun shining bright.
On my mother's grave, it will be the moon or the star or whatever I say it is before we go to your father's house. You are constantly full of contradictions.
Since we have already started on our way, let us keep going. Whatever it is, moon or sun or anything you like, even a tea candle, that's what it'll be for me, always, as far as I'm concerned. From now on, I promise.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Well, then you are a liar, because it was the brilliant sun.
Well, then it is the blessed sun. Whatever you call a thing, that's what it is, and that's what it will be for me, always.
Okay. Onward, then. This is how things should be. Oh, who is this coming? Good morning, young lady. Where are you going? Tell me, my sweet Kate, tell me truthfully, have you ever seen a young woman healthier than this?
Young lady, you are so fair and so beautiful. My goodness, where are you going? Where have you been? Where are your parents? They must be so thrilled to have such a lovely child.
Kate, I hope you haven't lost your mind. This is not a young lady, as you say. It is an old man full of wrinkles and gray hair.
Oh, my imperfect eyes must be blinded by the sun, that everything seems new. I now see that you are a terribly old, wrinkled, elderly man. Forgive my silly error.
Please, sir, accept her apology and tell us where you're headed, as I think we're going the same way.
Well, sir and witty lady, my name is Vincentio from Pisa, and I'm traveled to Padua to visit my son, who I haven't seen in a very long time.
And tell me, what is his name?
Lucentio.
What a coincidence! I could almost call you a father myself. The sister of my wife here is married to your son. There is no need to be concerned at all. His bride is well respected, has a rich dowry, and is a noble woman, a noble wife for a noble man. Let me please shake the hand of Lucentio's father, and we will go and journey together to see your son. Oh, he will be thrilled to see you.
Is all this true? Or are you joking and teasing travelers you meet on the road?
It is all true. Come, and you will see this truth for yourself.
Okay. So, Hortensio and his disguise is out of the picture in the pursuit of Bianca. However, a new barrier has emerged for Lucentio and his disguise, Cambio, which is Lucentio's father must guarantee the dowry. Faithful Tranio, aka the fake Lucentio, has found an old merchant to play the role of his father, Vincentio, not knowing the real Vincentio is on his way to Padua to visit his son, the real Lucentio. And to make matters even more strange, Kate, the shrew, seems to be accepting Petruchio's rules. Is she giving in to her husband's control? Or does she have some other tricks up her sleeve?
All right. This is Lucentio's house, Lucentio. My father's house is a little bit further down the road, and that's where we're going. So we'll leave you here.
Please do not go without first having refreshments. I think I can welcome you here on my son's behalf, and he may have some food too.
Who's that trying to break down the door?
Is Lucentio home?
Why, yes, but he cannot be disturbed.
Well, what if someone had 1,000 marks to hand him to spend?
Keep your 1,000. He'll have no need of that money as long as I am alive.
I told you your son is popular in Padua. Now please, sir, get out these silly games. Tell Lucentio that his father has arrived and stands at the door waiting to speak to him.
You are lying. His father has already arrived in Padua and is standing right here in front of you.
You are his father?
Why, yes, according to his mother.
What? This is out and out fraud to impersonate another man.
You, sir, will be arrested. I fear you have come to bamboozle someone in Padua pretending to be me.
Well, I finally succeeded in getting him there. Uh-oh. Lucentio's fault. We're in real trouble now. Everything is ruined.
You scoundrel!
I think I have a choice in that matter.
Yondella, have you forgotten what I look like?
Forgot you? No, sir. I could not forget you since I've never seen you before.
Lying dog! Never seen your good friend Vincentio's father?
Well, he is, of course. There he stands in the open doorway.
Is that so?
Help! Help! This madman's planning to kill me!
Help, Lucentio, help, Mr. Battista.
What do you think? Shall we stick around to see how this ends?
How dare you bother my household?
How do I dare? How do you dare? While I'm at home counting my coins and making coins, you're here wasting my money?
What is the matter?
Is this man crazy?
Sir, you seem from your clothes to be a respectable gentleman, but your words indicate you're crazy. What do you care how I live and dress? Thanks to my father, I can afford to do so.
Your father? Why, you little scoundrel, your father was a sailmaker.
You're wrong, sir. Very wrong. What do you imagine this man's name to be?
I know his name. I helped raise him since he was 3 years old. His name is Tranio.
Oh, someone get rid of this lunatic. This is Lucentio, my only son and heir to all my fortunes.
Lucentio. Oh no, maybe someone has murdered my son. Restrain that man. And tell me, where is my son Lucentio?
Hey, call the police and take this madman to jail.
Oh, is this
Put him in
house?
jail.
Uh-oh, the game is up, as they say. Let's see what happens next.
We're ruined. Your father's here. Renounce him and deny that you know him.
Beg my father's pardon.
Pardon us, Father.
Why? What have you done? Who is Lucentio?
Here I am. I am the true son of Vincentio. I have made your daughter my wife while pretending to be someone else in your eyes.
Say, isn't this the language teacher Cambio?
Cambio has been transformed into Lucentio.
Who's actually loved and performed these miracles. My love for Bianca made me trade places with my best friend Tranio, and he pretended to be me all around Padua. Now finally I've arrived at this wonderful place, married to Bianca. Tranio did as I asked him to do, so my father will forgive him for my sake.
But sir, have you married my daughter Bianca without my permission?
Please try not to worry. I am sure you'll be satisfied with your future fortune.
I need to see just how far this masquerade has gone.
Please do not worry, Bianca. Your father won't be angry once he understands your future wealth and fortune. Let's go calm your father's concerns.
Come on. Let's follow them and see how this all pans out.
Yes, yes, but first, kiss me, okay? And then we shall go.
Wait, here? In public?
Oh, why not? Are you ashamed of me?
Certainly not. But I am ashamed to kiss in public.
All right, fair enough. Then back home we go.
No, wait. I will get you.
See, isn't this good? And about time, too.
At long last, all differences have been cleared out. Now is the time to laugh at past antics and adventures. I welcome Petruchio and his wife Catherine. I welcome Hortensio and his loving widow. Now is the time to eat and drink and chat.
Clearly, all you do is drink and drink and drink and drink.
That's right. Padua is famous for family gatherings, Petruchio.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong about Padua.
I wish that were true for both our sakes.
Oh, we learned that Hortensio is afraid of his widow.
What? Me afraid of him? Impossible.
It's-
I am not afraid of anyone.
That is very sensible. But I actually meant that Hortensio is afraid of you.
Of course, a dizzy person thinks the world is spinning.
A very honest comment.
What is that supposed to mean?
That is what I conceive him to mean.
Conceive? What do you think, Hortensio?
My widow means her comments spoke to how she understood you.
Nice save, Hortensio. Widow, you should kiss him for that save.
You said, a dizzy person thinks the world is spinning. Please tell me what you actually meant by that.
Fine. Let me spell it out for you. Your husband, Petruchio, being burdened by a shrew, projects his suffering onto my husband. Now you know what I meant.
Very nasty meaning, I would say.
Yes, of course. It is nasty because I'm referring to you.
And I will be nasty when referring to you.
Okay, tell her.
But widow, you tell her.
I'm so glad I'm only play acting and not truly in search of a wife.
Look, I bet 100 marks that my Kate puts the widow on her back.
That is my job.
Here's to you.
Seriously, Petruchio, I think you have the shrewdest wife of them all in Kate.
True words honestly spoken.
I disagree. So, why don't we put it to the test? We will each call for our wives, and the one who comes first is the most obedient and wins the bet.
Agreed, but what is the bet?
200 marks.
200? Oh, that is a measly bet.
1,000 marks then.
Agreed,
Okay, now it is a bet.
but who should go first?
I will go first. Go tell Bianca to come.
You ready?
Lucentio, I will cover half of your bet that Bianca comes.
I will have no help. I will make the whole bet myself.
You are so confident in your new wife.
Bianca says she's busy and cannot come.
What? She is busy and cannot come. Were you expecting that? Oh, I was hoping for better.
Biondello, go and ask my wife to come to me immediately.
Oh, yes, he asks. I'm sure she will have to come.
Your widow thinks this is a joke. She says she's busy and you should come to her.
It just gets worse and worse and worse. She will not come. My good friend, Biondello, go to my wife and say I command her to come to me.
I can guess your Kate's answer.
What do you mean?
She will not come.
Oh, she will come. I have no doubt about it.
You sent for me, Petruchio. Is there something that you want?
Well, first, my love, where are your sisters, Bianca and that widow?
They're chatting, sitting by the fire.
Go. Please, go and bring them here. And if they refuse, demand. In fact, get physical if you have to. Use a switch or whatever you need to bring those hard-headed women to their husband.
Well, I think that was a miracle, if you believe in miracles.
It is indeed, but what does it mean?
I'll tell you. It means peace and love in a quiet life based on respect.
Good fortune should rain on you, Petruchio. You have won the wager. I will add another 20,000 marks that I owe you as another dowry, because Kate is now another person. She's transformed into a completely different woman.
Just wait, Baptista, and I will win our wager even more splendidly and demonstrate her obedience and virtue. Here she comes with your unmanageable wives, like prisoners, to the art of her womanly persuasion. Kate, my love, that hat you wear doesn't look good at all. Please, throw it to the ground.
Oh, hell no. I hope I never see the day that I let someone treat me like that.
Kate, what kind of loyalty is this?
I wish you were as loyal. Your disloyalty cost me 1,000 marks.
What a fool you are for betting on such a thing.
Captain, I would like you to explain to these thick-headed wives the nature of the loyalty they owe their husbands.
You gotta be joking. The Shrew? She will never do that.
Oh, go on and begin with the widow here.
Trust me, she won't do it.
And I said she will, and she will begin with you, widow.
Ladies, ladies, wipe the frowns from your faces and stop rolling your eyes in disbelief. This form of disrespect to the man who is your lord and partner affects your beauty the way that frost negatively affects the land. It diminishes your reputations. In no way is it fitting or attractive. An angry woman is like a roaring fire, muddy, unpleasant, and lacking in beauty. In that condition, no man, no matter how thirsty for love he may be, will stoop to drink one drop of the water. Your husband is the one who cares for you and commits his body and to harsh labor on the land and on the seas for your comfort. On long, stormy nights at sea, he stays awake, enduring the cold while you lay home, warm and safe in your beds. In exchange, he seeks nothing from you but kindness, love, and true obedience. Little payment for a man making such great sacrifices. A woman owes her husband, and when she is sullen, sour, and disobedient to his wishes, she is being loathsome, warlike, and rebellious, a traitor to her loving husband. I am ashamed that women are so foolish to declare war when they should be pleading for peace. What are our bodies but soft, clean, and smooth? If so, our bodies and hearts may be in congruence. My spirit has been as proud as each of yours, my courage just as great as each of yours, and my reasoning perhaps even better suited to banter back and forth, exchanging frown for frown, but now I see my weapons are different. Humble your pride, as it is useless, and place your hand beneath your husband's foot as a gesture of my loyalty. My hand is ready if my husband cares to use it for himself.
That is my wife. Kiss me.
Congratulations, Petruchio. You have certainly won the bet.
It is nice to see the children playing nicely together.
Not so nice playing when women misbehave.
Come, Kate. Let's go to bed. See, we three may be married, but Lucentio and Hortensio, oh, they have lost the fight. And as the winner, I say good night.
He has tamed a terrible shrew.
That is amazing, if I do say so myself.
She let herself tame.
There you have it. The play is done and the characters have finished. But you, our audience, must still be asking yourself, was the Shrew Kate tamed? Or did the Shrew Kate tame another? Well, you get to decide, and For now, we bid you good night.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you. Good job.